Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy Ghost here, and today we got another swap to read, and it's a pretty good one, pretty sizable one. So you might want to get a little bit of snacks, a little bit of drinks. Let's rock into it. This week in Destiny, we have a lot to share. It's all about our next episode, Revenant, which is launching in less than a week on October 8th. We can't wait to see you all ripping and tearing the Scorn and Slayer Barons, playing new activities, using new gear, and testing your builds. So how about you check what's in the oven for today? So did you miss Tuesday's stream? New episode means new artifact, a sneak peek at exotic armor changes, weapon tuning and new weapon mods, a preview at the new weapon rewards, as well as the new Iron Banner armor and weapons. Ooh! Fix some legendary ornaments. We also have a newly reprised strike coming, our first Discord quest, and Hurricane Helen support. Okay, so I did a whole video going over everything you missed in the stream. If you want to watch that, go ahead and watch that. We're going to skip past that and get right to the artifact. So we got to see this. Let's see. Anti-barrier scout, glad that's back. Anti-barrier scout, overload SMG, unstoppable pulse, anti-barrier shotgun. Okay. Overload breach load grenade launcher. Dang it! No! It's only overloaded breach load? No! Man, I guess. Okay, column 2, one with frost. While frost armor is active, stasis weapons gain increased reload speed and stability, and stasis swords gain increased guard resistance. Killing breeze, rapid weapon final blows grant you bonus mobility. Weapon final blows with dark ether reaper origin trait count as more than one. Enhanced ether generator. Dark ether reaper origin trait has a chance to spawn an extra dark ether charge. Weapons with a dark ether reaper origin trait are overcharged when this modifier is active. Fell the Revenant, deal increased damage to Scorn. While wearing Shade Stalker armor, increase to the damage bonus. Okay. Rapid Impact, dealing damage with grenade launchers temporarily increase the reload of speed of grenade launchers. All right. Column 3, Wind Chill, rapid stasis weapon precision hits grant you a stack of frost armor. Rapid precision hits from weapons with the Dark Ether Reaper origin trait grants you more stacks of frost armor. Boost. If you guys don't know, these boosts are from basically you can drink those tonics that I talked about earlier in the last video, and it'll boost some of the artifact mods. So boosts. Dealing stasis weapon damage to slow targets has a chance to spawn a stasis shard. Okay. Crystalline Converter. Gather stasis shards to gain stacks of crystalline converter. Your next powered stasis melee hits creates stasis crystals equal to the number of stacks you have. Ooh, okay. I could definitely put this in a build. Boost. Stasis weapon final blows after activating your class ability spawn stasis shards. My stasis Titan build about to cook next season. Ooh, I already know. Total Carnage. After finishing a powerful combatant, gain a temporary damage resistance. While you have 2 or more Shade Stalker armor pieces equipped, after finishing a powerful combatant, gain increased temporary damage and resistance and replenish health. Rapidly defeated weakened combatant spawns Void Breach. This is going to go amazing with Buried Bloodline. Trace Evidence. Rapid precision hits or rapid final blows on targets affected by Jolt or Blind will generate ionic traces. When boosted, picking up an ionic trace grants an armor charge. Okay, we're getting to that 4th and 5th column. It's time to get juicy. Armor of Aramis. We see the naming convention here. While Frost Armor is active, taking the critical damage from combatants causes you to emit a freezing burst. When boosted, and it increases the radius and strength of this freezing burst. All right. Crystallized Loader. Shattering stasis crystals releases a shard of ice that damages and slows. When boosted, shattering a frozen target and stasis crystals deals increased damage. Wait, how is this any different than Hail the Storm? Shattering stasis crystals releases a shard of ice that damages and slows the target. How is this any different than... I don't know. Debilitating Wave. Finishers emit a damage wave that matches the element of your currently equipped super. While boosted, Arc, Void, and Stasis supers. While boosted, while you have an Arc, Void, or Stasis super equipped, the blast applies blind, weaken, or slow respectively. Concussive Reloader. Using a grenade launcher to damage a boss, damage a champion, or breaking combatant shields, weaken them. Using a grenade launcher to damage boss champions or to break a combatant shield automatically reloads stowed weapons when boosted. Okay. Retinue Burn. Rapid arc weapon precision hits consume an armor charge and blind the target. Blinding a target this way with instead emits a blinding burst, so it'll blind everyone in the area. Brain Freeze. Frozen combatants become surrounded by a chilling fog, which slows combatants that aren't already. Weapon final blows. Weapons with a dark ether origin trait deal more damage to frozen combatants. Okay. Supernova. Picking up a void breach causes your next source of void damage to create a large weakening pulse. All right. Okay. This is gonna be really good with Blurry Bullet Line. Conductive Cosmic Crystal. Your arc abilities, void abilities, and weapons with the Dark Ether Reaper origin trait deal bonus damage to targets affected by stasis debuffs. When boosted, it increases the bonus damage to combatants affected by stasis debuffs. Serves Cold. Picking up a stasis shard grants you class ability energy. Picking up a void breach grants you melee energy. My stasis Titan build is about to go dumb. I'm excited. I get to combine that with kinetic impacts. Sustained damage with a power grenade launcher causes the combatant to emit a shockwave that damages nearby combatants. This shockwave can stun unstoppable champions. So we got kinetic tremors on grenade launchers. You love to see it. Boys, if you did not already have a God Roll Edge Transit, go get one. Go get one. Exotic armor tuning for Revenant. We have a lot of cover in this twid, so let's jump right into the exotic changes. Lucky Pants has long been one of the more complicated exotic armor pieces, and the limitations were necessary because of the maximum strength of its perk. Unfortunately, the high-end strength of Lucky Pants were causing constraints in terms of PvE balancing, so we have decided to kill 2 hide moths with 1 shot and to reduce the complexity while bringing down the maximum potency. To offset this, we have also added some new benefits to the exotic, which will especially nice for the movement-focused hand cannon users who enjoy stompies, but wish they also had the improved airborne effectiveness and handling. Now provides movement bonuses including increased slide distance and sprint speed when a hand cannon is equipped. Airborne effectiveness is now active whenever the hand cannon is equipped, not just when the illegally modded holster buff is active. No longer requires the hand cannon to be matched to super damage or kinetic to receive PvE damage buff. I didn't even know that was a thing. Out of luck cooldown will only trigger if you reach 7 stacks of PvE damage buff before swapping off the weapon or time expires. Maximum damage has been decreased from 600 to 450%. Understandable. Young Ahamkara Spine. We wanted to take another swing at these to better preserve some of their previous PvE gameplay while keeping a handle of their effectiveness in PvP. Once again provides ability energy on trip mine grenade hits instead of final blows. Provides a 33% energy in PvE and 8% in PvP. Beautiful. Blight Ranger, yes sir. Blight Ranger is rooted in boosting Arc Staff's reflection, but it's primarily seen to use for some niche tactics that leverage its out-of-band orbs of power generation. To make it more viable in the broader game without deviating from its fantasy, we've replaced that behavior with elements of Raiju's harness. Added the ability to cancel your Arc Staff super while equipped, damaging and blinding combatants nearby, and granted tier 4 arc weapon damage boost. Damage dealt by this effect scales based on the number of projectiles reflected prior to canceling. No longer creates overpower when reflecting projectiles with Arc Staff. Reflecting projectiles now instead directly refunds super energy and extending the duration of your super. Okay. Raiju's harness fully reworked. Wait, hold on. Bungie, I said this. I don't think you heard me. They should add the how do I explain this? They should add the aggro on the Titan barricade to Raiju's harness. So you'd be even more of an aggro holder. That'd be perfect. But that might make it too strong because I'm not seeing now that it now gives you super energy and extends your super. No one's still going to use this though. Raiju's harness. With almost all of its old behavior moved to Blight Ranger, we have rebuilt Raiju's harness based on the lore tab to differentiate it from the other Arc Staff exotics. And now enhances the Arc Super Gathering Storm, calling down lightning around the user when it's activated, as well as adding a neutral game source of super energy. Fully reworked the behavior of its exotic trait Mobius Conduit, inspired by its lore tab. Activating Gathering Storm calls down lightning on all nearby targets, jolting them while also amplifying allies. Defeating arc debuff targets grants a small amount of energy to Gathering Storm. Okay! I could see this. I could definitely see this getting some use. We gotta see how much damage those lightning strikes do, but it also amplifies allies. So it's like a mixture of the the hunter aspect that I can't remember right now. And okay, I like this. I gotta see some info on it. See how much super energy you get. Essentialism. Prismatic Hunter that will have access to a lot of stacking melee bonuses, which will all compound with each other, leading to some out of band melee damage. Spirit of Synthesis also already provided a lower bonus if you have combination blow active. In Revenant, it will provide that same lower bonus when Stylus Execution above is active. RIP! Reduce the melee damage bonus provided when both Bionic enhancements and Stylus Execution are active by 50%. Oof. Oof! That's a big one. That's a big one. Good thing we use this might hurt my freaking dart build, which sucks, but moving forward. Titan, let's see what they got. Icefall Mantle. Icefall Mantle's core fantasy is all about becoming invulnerable icy tank. We've reworked its focus on the we have reworked it to focus on that fantasy by making it all about providing and improving frost armor instead of providing stasis weapon damage. Thank you. You now gain a stack of frost armor for rapid stasis final blows. Each time you gain a stack of frost armor from any source, you will heal for a small amount. The unique class ability granted by Icefall Mantle now provides maximum stacks of frost armor instead of its custom overshield. You will also immediately heal for each stack that gets added. It no longer prevents sprinting or jump abilities and now works when thruster is equipped. Nice. Class ability energy now begins to recharge immediately after using Icefall Mantle's class ability. The burst of stasis energy from the class ability now freezes combatants and slows players. No longer provides bonus stasis weapon damage, now requires the stasis super to be equipped to benefit from its exotic effects. Okay, Cadmus Ridge Lance Cap. We feel this exotic has a fun gameplay loop that was a bit too restricted, so we're relaxing some of its requirements. Remove the stasis weapon requirement. Now any final blows or rapid precision hits while behind a rally barricade and with a stasis super equipped will create a diamond lance near you. Directly hitting a powerful combatant with a diamond lance will now create 3 stasis crystals. Previously only bosses and vehicles would create additional crystals. Okay. All right. Now that Unbreakable has been alive for a bit, we feel these are for Ursula Furiosa and Spirit of the Bear, by the way. We feel these exotics can provide additional super energy for using it in PvE. However, the gains provided in PvP were leading players to getting access to this super more quickly than we would have liked. I didn't even know people were using this. Increased maximum super energy gain from Unbreakable in PvE from 15 to 20%. Fixed an issue where you were gaining more super energy from Unbreakable in PvP than intended. Now provides a maximum of 10%. They buffing Curious. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We would like Curious to feel less required to make Thunder Crash viable, but also improve it to be more valuable across the whole of an activity. We are reducing its Thunder Crash damage multiplier. I'm cool. But when this is combined with the buff of base Thunder Crash damage, the overall damage will remain the same. Okay. We are also adding the ability for it to help generate super energy for Thunder Crash, as well as transitioning the exotic to provide damage resistance instead of an overshield to bring it better in line with our subclasses. Melee final blows, while amplified, now grant super energy, reduce the damage bonus from Curious Thunder Crash from 2x to 1.55x. This keeps the overall damage similar to what it was previously. Replace the overshield after impact with the damage resistance 50% in PvE, 10% in PvP. Oh Lord, PKs. While PKs have been in presence in the Crucible for some time, it's never really felt like it had a real place in PvE. We have given its characteristics that resemble leggy pants, but for SMGs with PvE damage bonus that escalates as you deal more damage. We've heard rumors it pairs nicely with a couple exotic weapon buffs below. Hold on! Dealing damage to combatants with an SMG increases SMG damage for a short time to a maximum of 20 stacks and 100% bonus damage that lasts for 1 second. Each hit adds a stack and refreshes the timer. Hello! I kinda like this! You might have cooked here, Bungie. Mask of the Quiet One. We wanted to lean into the vampiric nature of this exotic by allowing it to grant access to the potent Devour status effect, in addition to its previous effects. Rapid final blows and final blows while critical health now grant Devour. The effect requires a Void Super to be equipped. I'm still not using this, because while I use this, When I can use why use this when I can use the fragment for devour, when I can use knockout on prismatic, when I can use buried bloodline. I'm still not using this. Stoicism. We felt that limiting Spirit of the Horn, Alpha Loopy, and Hoarfrost effects to only work on barricades didn't align with the goal of prismatic as a way to break past limits, so we're updating it to work with Titan Thruster's ability. Thank God. Thank you. Spirit of the Horn activating thrusters leaves a ball of solar energy behind, exploding and applying scores to enemies caught in the blast. Spirit of Alpha Loopy thrusters heal you and nearby allies. Great, great, great. Activating thruster spawns a pair of thruster of stasis crystals. Okay. So work with her. Okay. All right. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Does this work? They're only talking about Alpha Loopy for the spirit. The spirit, does Alpha Loopy, the actual exotic, work with thrusters as well? That'd be great. Not that many people use Arc in PvP anyway. I mean, but who knows? Warlock, Balados Wrathweavers. We are further enhancing this exotic support capabilities while tweaking it to allow the bonus super shatter damage to be more useful in the raid environment. Adjusted the Heart of Ice perk to increase the shatter damage of targets frozen by Shadebinder super projectiles by 100%, regardless of who breaks out of them. Who breaks them out. Adding a granting frost armor to your allies in Frost Pulse or Winter's Wrath grants you super energy, ranges, and potency based on how many allies it's granted to. Okay. All right. I like that. I need this to be a bit more further. Granting frost armor to your allies with Frost Pulse or Winter's Wrath grants you super energy. So it increased, they added ranges to its potency. All right. I feel like that could be pretty good. Skull of Dire Armkara. To help you sling more Nova Bombs, we were giving neutral game benefits to Skull of Dire Armkara that feels fitting for the Voidwalker playstyle. Added weapon defeats while Devourer is active grant super energy. Ranges to 1% to 4.5% depending on the target defeated. This is gonna be great. All right, Sanguine Alchemy. Oh, hold on. Warlocks have some of the lowest exotic armor variety in PvP, you think? And for a while, it has felt that they were missing a target making it exotic, missing a target marking exotic in the same realm as Knucklehead Radar and One-Eyed Mask. What better candidate to fulfill the role than the one that's already used to do it? Sanguine Alchemy. We wanted to be careful and make sure that the target marking didn't feel unfair to fight in the Crucible like it did in the original iteration. We are also wanted to make sure that it is aligned with the soon to be upcoming post-nerf state of Knucklehead Radar. So to activate the marking, you must damage the target from within the rift, and the mark will fall off after 5 seconds, compared to the just look at them and get 7 seconds of marking from your current KR. Now marking a target you damage while standing in the rift, you deal 10% extra damage from any source against marked targets. Now provides a Surge X4 weapon, or Surge X4 to weapons that match your super damage. All right. Weapon Verity's Brow and good lord. Verity's Brow and Spirit of Verity. We are front loading more of the bonus grenade damage for this exotic to increase the potency, even if you aren't able to build up full stacks. The first stack of death throws now provides a 40% grenade damage in PvE, up from 20%. Each additional stack now provides 15% grenade damage, up to a maximum of 100% at 5 stacks. Good lord. You're telling me that my GPG can now do 100% extra damage. Beautiful. I love to see it. Single tap mask. We heard your feedback that hiding the target marker from the player wearing the single tap mask was confusing, so we're reverting the change. Beautiful. Osmiomancy gloves. Osmiomancy gloves can feel frustrating to play against PvP, as they can allow code snap sneakers to catch players in ways that feel unfair. We wanted to address that without adjusting the bonus grenade energy that provides to keep their PvE viability intact. Reduce the increased seeker distance speed and speed by 50%. Understandable. Osmiomancy was pretty strong. Speaker Sight. We pretty rapidly pulled the parachute on Speaker Sight's orb generation in the Crucible, as it made some less favorable player patterns, of course. After some iteration and internal playtesting, we think we've landed on a spot where we can bring back the orb generation in Crucible without encouraging self-damaging and stalling at the start of the match. 6 instances of healing and damaged ally in Crucible will spawn an orb of power. Got it. So you got to heal ally 6 times to spawn 1 orb. Beautiful. Super damage exotic tuning. With Revenant, we are taking a pass at balancing the potential damage output provided to one-shot super abilities by exotic armor pieces that enhance them. Our goal is to better standardize the damage across the various options while ensuring that supers that are more challenging to use or require a player to put themselves in a disadvantaged position to are more potent. Here's a list of exotics and super combinations we're looking to dial in, ranking by how much damage they will put out after this update. With the highest damage at the top, we've noted how much that each super plus exotic damage will be changing as well. Curious of the Falling Star plus Thunder Crash, unchanged. Power Gale plus Burning Maw, 20% buff. Spirit of Star Eaters plus Nova Bomb, 12% nerf. Spirit of Star Eaters Twilight Arsenal, 26% nerf. Good lord. Spirit of the Star Eater plus Needle Storm, unchanged. Spirit of Star Eater plus Gathering Storm, unchanged. Celestial Nighthawk Golden Gun, minus 5% on bosses only. They don't nerf Golden Gun again. Good lord. Can't have nothing in this universe. We feel this order reflects the advantages and disadvantages inherent from each super. With those that are quicker and easier to use, outputting less damage than those that ask more of the user. The range of damage is such that in Revenant, Celestial Nighthawk Golden Gun will still deal around 70% of the damage of Curious Thunder Crash. So while these changes may look scary, they actually are going to bring these supers closer together in damage, allowing more options to be competitive and viable in our most challenging content. Needle Storm and Gathering Storm were already aligned with these goals and not receiving any adjustments. The rest received the following changes. Curious of the Falling Star and noted above reduced the damage bonus from 2 to 1.5. When paired with the increased Thunder Crash base damage, and that's being the same, understandable. Power Gale increased damage by 10% for Cyclones. Spirit of Star Eater reduced the benefit granted the Nova Bomb from 70% to 50%, same to Thunder Crash. Reduced the benefit granted Twilight Arsenal from 70% to 25%. I feel like that's very bad. I feel like they should why we nerfing Twilight Arsenal? We just buffed it. Why we nerfing it? They should have left it alone. Anyway, moving forward. Weapon archetypes. We wanted to encourage more accurate gunplay in PvE without making content feel like a slog, so we've made a small redistribution of the damage dealt by most primary weapons. In practice, this means that slightly increasing the critical hit damage while reducing your body shot damage by a corresponding amount. Every subfamily has been tuned by hand, but they all generally fall within a 5 to 7% range. As noted below. Auto rifles, scout rifles, pulse rifles, submachine guns, sidearms, and hand cannons. Rebalance not how PvE damage is dealt to slightly prioritize critical hits. Increase critical hit damage between 5 and 7% depending on the frame. Decrease body shot damage between 5 and 7% depending on the frame. Alright, heavy burst pulse rifles has been a tale of two-round worlds. Incredibly strong in PvE and unfortunately not up to par in PvP. We wanted to bring them more in line with both sandboxes, so we have increased their RPM by approximately 20. While reducing their PvE damage to slightly more than So we have increased their RPM by approximately 20 RPMs, while reducing their PvE damage to slightly more than offset the faster fire rate. This ends up granting them a faster time to kill in PvP, while reducing their DPS by approximately 10% in PvE. Oof, I didn't even get a chance to use these things. People still going to use them though. They do a good amount of damage. Literally, heavy burst pulse rifles were doing like the most amount of damage in PvE. So, kind of understandable. It got a little bit of a nerf, but also kind of buffy in PvP. Pretty good. Graviton Lance and Revision 0 heavy burst has been reduced to 8%. Damn, increased damage. That sucks. Snipers have felt out of place in PvE content for quite some time without any defined role if they are not in top tier for DPS. We want to change that and further reward using snipers against more than just bosses, so we have greatly increased their non-boss damage and greatly reduced their flinch against combatants. And Crucible, while it is positive that players feel they can challenge snipers while it is positive that players feel they can challenge snipers and not worry about being shot through flinch, the amount of camera movement the flinch imparts is unnecessarily jarring. So we're going to begin walking that back until we find an acceptable middle ground. Reduce flinch for combatants by 50%, reduce camera roll against players by 10%, increase damage against minors, majors, mini bosses, and champions. So the things that matter, because no one's using a sniper on majors or minors. The only thing that matters technically is majors, mini bosses and champs. So 75% increased damage to major is a big deal. I like that. Glaives are going to get Glaives are getting a more substantial overhaul in episode 3, but for now we wanted to correct a long lingering issue where previews of the magazine size could be incorrect depending on your perks. Correcting an issue where perks that change the magazine size would sometimes display incorrect perk values. Shotguns have struggled to find their identity in PvE in the world where fusions and rocket sidearms are strong and less risky to use. So we've taken a step to greatly increase their range in PvE only to allow players to utilize them in slightly safer distances and high-end content. Minimum damage after fall off has been increased from 0% to 40% for damage versus AI only. Dang, bro, they don't nerf rocket sidearms. Rocket sidearms are the kings of the mountain in PvE right now, and a large part of that stems from the ability to be effectively used as primary weapon. We'll be taking a larger look at their dominance in Heresy, but for now we will reduce their ammo reserves by 25% to make them not quite as freely usable without building in special ammo. Understandable. We knew this was coming, because Buried Bloodline can hold like 60 bullets, and that's more than enough bullets to get special ammo back. Especially if you're like me who runs double special with special finisher. So I should be fine, especially since I run a void reserves too. Trace rifles can be strong in the right hands in Crucible, but for most players, they are too ammo hungry to get good use out of them. So increase the spawn ammo to 29 was 25. Right now, adaptive machine guns are the strongest in both Crucible and PvE, but we feel high impacts have some room to grow, so we have increased their critical hit damage slightly, increased by 4%. Heavy ammo grenade launchers have turned into something of the fire in the general direction and get kills, weapon that also benefit from having a substantial amount of ammo in both sandboxes. We want to push them slightly more into the direction of accurate fire on stronger targets and reward direct impacts. In addition, rapid fires have lingered on the low end for a while, so we're directly buffing their damage to be more competitive. Heavy ammo grenade launchers decrease the damage from detonation by 5% against combatants, increase projectile impact damage correspondingly globally. In PvE, total damage is the same, just split differently between detonation and impact. In PvP, heavy GLs deal approximately 77 and 26% more impact damage, depending on the blast radius stat. Rapid fire, increased rapid fire impact detonation chart damage by 7%. I don't think this is going to be good enough. Because I have an Envious Assassin Explosive Light Rapid GL that I use on my solar builds, and I don't even think it's worth using. Exotic weapons. For our Revenant exotic weapon balance pass, we refocus on weapon types and elements that would be featured in the artifact, as well as those that had been in need for some love for a while. Choir of one ship, just a little. Yep, we already talked about this. Oh, wait, hold on, this is new. Just a little bit hot in PvE, both in terms of how much ammo it could carry and how much damage it was dealing at point blank range. On the other hand, in PvP, players quickly realized that they had the opposite problem, without nearly enough ammo and insufficient damage against players when fired from the hip. Reduce the reserves from 250 to 200, reduce max reserves from 384 to 300, reduce impact damage of point blank projectile by 50%, increase hipfire projectile damage against players by 10%. Now it starts with 7 ammo in the Crucible and gains 7 from crates and ammo bricks. Good. Huckleberry has been overshadowed by many more recent exotics, so we've wanted to give it something a little bit more exciting. Huckleberry now fully reloads on kills and replace the catalyst with kinetic tremors. Beautiful. Can't wait to see how this works. I can't wait to try this with PKs. Teraba can be a beast in the right situation, but can struggle in higher end content. We took a note from Risk Runner to try to help solve that. Teraba, when Ravenous Beast is active, gain a bonus damage resistance against incoming solar damage, 50% versus combatants, 15% versus players. That might move the needle. Hold on. Okay, it's only when Ravenous Beast is active, but you still might get some use out of that, because Iggy might not be able to 3-tap no more. I know Iggy might not be able to 3-tap, maybe. Luna's Howl might not be able to 3-tap. Who knows? Symmetry can still have a hard time getting into high pressure situations, so we've added a secondary trigger of kills to help keep this perk rolling. Symmetry now gains a stack of dynamic charge on kills in addition to precision hits. Duality has been a popular in PvP for its versatility for a long while, but has not been able to compete against similar options in PvE. We've made it a bit easier to activate this perk and keep going alongside above global shotgun changes. I'm telling you, no one is using Duality in PvE. No one is using duality in PvE. You don't even try to do it. I'm not using this in PvE. I don't care how much they buff it, unless it does like the best damage of the game. On Blackwing stacks, max effect reduced from 5 to 3, extended duration 7 to 10. Bad Juju has had a hard time getting his kill streak going in PvE, especially in higher end content. We've made some changes to help reach the higher stacks with String of Curses a bit easier. Increased lifetime of String of Curses from 3.5 to 5 from private base, 7.5 seconds with Catalyst. Increased the magazine size 27 from 30 to 36. This weapon also appears to have become more haunted than it used to be. What that mean? What that mean? That's probably just like a bit more effects. X-Deers is fairly hard to use and more ammo hungry compared to similar options without a significant enough payout. We have made some adjustments to make this easier to use and also allow the weapon to scale a bit better into higher end content. X-Deers, direct hit damage versus combatants buffed by 33%. Adjusted the recoil and projectile to have much more flatter trajectory by doing the following. Reduced camera recoil firing by 50%, increased projectile velocity, reduced projectile gravity, plus 5 ammo reserves, now spawns the moth on 2 direct hits, reduced the moth cooldown from 4 to 3 seconds, and shared with the kill trigger. Got it. Fighting Lion has a dedicated fan base, but also been overshadowed by more recent additions to the sandbox. We've added something to help it fit into the void-centric builds. Now spawns volatile bursts and direct hits. Beautiful. Prospector. Good lord, a fall from grace that is. Prospector's exotic purse has long been something largely impractical for most activities. We've made some significant changes to make a weapon more valuable, while still remaining true to its core fantasy. Prospector now spawns 3 powerful cluster bombs on detonation, dealing substantially more damage per shot over a much larger area than previously. Remove sticky grenades, remove flame grenades, and remote detonation function. Mag size reduced to 6.6. Okay, so the mag size was reduced. Bonus ammo reserves on the catalyst changed to plus 50 reload. I guess so. Chaperone is another shotgun with a long storied history in PvP. These changes, in addition to the above global shotgun change, open up new possibility for this exotic in PvE. Added the ability to trigger Roadborne on 2 rapid precision hits. Precision hits with Roadborne active, they also extends it by 3 seconds. Plus 20 stability, plus 25 reload speed when reload Roadborne is active. Increased base ammo reserves. Lumina, hold on! Lumen has been overshadowed a bit by the support auto rifles since their release, so we did a pass over to let the weapon inherit some of the new things we made for those auto rifles. Updated hipfire projectiles to behave more closely to the auto rifle healing shots. Weapon perks. In Revenant, we corrected an issue where the sever debuff was not appropriately reducing outgoing players' damage. Okay. Slideaways can now be refreshed if you slide again following the completion of the initial slide. Beautiful. Alloy mag now increases reload speed when the magazine is near empty, and not only always empty. Okay. Auto loading holster. Increased time to reload by 1 second for both base and enhanced. Why? Reconstruction. Increased time to start reloading by 2 seconds for both the base and enhanced. Why? Oh, I gotta see this. Gotta see the reasons. These 2 auto-loading perks have been too high value for their effort in comparison to similar options, so we're making them take a bit longer to trigger in their effects. With that in mind, we're adding more perk options that are viable in damage rotations that require a bit more effort from the player. I guess so, man. Master of Arms can now stack up to 2. 1x grants a 15% for 7 seconds, 2x grant 25% for 4 seconds, and drops back to 1% when the timer expires. Beautiful. Master of Arms can be good again. The trigger of this perk is now trigger for this perk is unnecessarily difficult for this output. Okay, understandable. Dawning Origin, remove the time limit between kills, now requires kills in life instead of rapid succession. Iron Banner perks have long been decisive on their use due to the stat downside, so we're reducing the downsides. Iron Reach, Gaze, and Grip reduce the downside of stat penalties from 30 to 20% at base and 25 to 15 at enhanced. Okay, so it's a minus 15 stat change. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. Weapon mods. Y'all, we are still going. Good lord. The landscape of weapon mods has been a bit stale for quite some time, so we're adding a number of new mods to add a bit more variety. This set of mods is testing the waters for potentially adding more mods in future releases. Added several new mods. These can be equipped on enhanced and crafted weapons. Here's a list of broken down by category. Combo stat mods, 2 stats plus 6. Ballistics, range and stability, tactical, reload and handling, aerodynamics, blast radius and projectile speed, tension, draw time and accuracy, edge, charge rate and guard resistance, anti-flinch plus 15% flinch reduction. Ammo finder enhancement. Special finder enhancement progress roughly 10% faster with this weapon. Heavy finder enhancement progresses roughly 10% faster per kill with this weapon. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Marksman optics, sniper rifle, linear fusion rifle, scout rifle, bow, machine gun, trace rifle, and rocket launcher. Marksman optics, high, +2 zoom. Marksman optics, low, -2 zoom. Ooh, okay. CQC optics, hand cannon, pulse rifle, auto rifle, submachine gun, sidearm, fusion rifle, breach grenade launcher, and drum grenade launcher. CQC optics, +1 zoom. CQC optics, low, -1 zoom. Synergy. Escalating chance to spawn a subclass bobble matching this weapon's damage type. Kinetic weapons spawn an orb of power instead. Nice. Sunloader partially refills the weapon of magazine when stunning champions. Beautiful. I like all of these. I'm interested to see how these optics changes work. I want to see how people use them. -2 zoom could definitely be a big deal on a sniper rifle, I think. These ammo finders are beautiful. I like these bundles, these combo stat mods would be really cool. Thoughts in the future. With Revenant in the bag, we're looking at an episode ahead to Heresy and beyond. We have had some great changes upcoming, including significant updates to Glaive and particularly underutilized heavy ammo sniper, and even thank God Darcy buffs incoming, and even aggressive frame fusion rifles. Further down the line, we have big plans for a wide changes to the overall ammo economy and introducing more determinism in build crafting options. If I'm correct, the only aggressive fusion rifle is that one from Beyond Light. Hold on. It is. That's the only one. So they're going to be adding more and buffing it. All right, okay. Hunting Storm with new gear. They kind of went over these perks already. Speaking of weapons in high time, we present use seasonal weapons dropping along with Revenant. They all share the same origin trait called Dark Harvest. This perk can be enhanced. The perks can be enhanced during Act 1. You'll have the following 7 available. There are some redacted perks that, and there we prefer you find out while playing. Insurmountable redacted repulsor brace to the pain, threat detector, attrition, orbs, demolition, air trigger. This is the sidearm. Destabilizing rounds, the desperate measures, one for all, surrounded, rampage, redacted, and harmony. For sovereignty, avoid adaptive frame sniper rifle, explosive payload, discord, reconstruction, enlightened action, no distraction, demolition, and strategist. Column 4, it's got harmony, desperate measures, precision instrument, redacted, box breathing, adrenaline junkie, and firing line. Red tape, a stasis lightweight frame grenade line, or scout rifle, I'm sorry. Column 3, redacted, keep away, redacted, attrition orbs, 4 times the charm, and envious assassin. Oh, this is the double fire one. Oh, this is scout rifle, I'm tripping, no. Headstone, high impact reserves, focus fury, one for all, explosive payload, and harmony and rampage. I'm hoping that one of these redacted perks is that perk that Chris Proctor talked about, that gives you frost armor when you break crystals. That would combo perfectly with Headstone. Vantage point comes with, it's an adaptive frame pulse rifle. Comes with redacted, keep away, stats for all, deconstruct, to the pain, redacted, feeding frenzy. In the column 4, we've got Volt Shot, one for all, high impact reserves, desperate measures, multi-kill clip, swashbuckler, and headseeker. Okay. I don't even know how to pronounce that. The stasis aggressive frame hand cannon. Redacted. Okay, so that's one of these is the stasis perk I just talked about. Triple tap, to the pain, encore, redacted, stats for all, and outlaw. Headstone, of course it is. Precision instrument, desperate measures, adrenaline junkie, redirection, harmony, and one for all. Bittersweet, an arc adaptive frame grenade launcher. Reverberation, strategist, stats for all, unrelenting, perpetual motion, attrition orbs, loose change, redacted in the 4th column, cascade point, explosive light, bait and switch, harmony, killing tally, and frenzy. GL with killing tally, that's interesting. Liturgy, stasis double fire grenade launcher, redacted, envious assassin, overflow, reconstruction. Everything else means nothing because I guess reconstruction here. Actually, reconstruction did just get nerfed, so it still might be useful. I don't really like Envious Assassin. I prefer Reconstruction over Envious Assassin every time, but we'll see after these nerfs. Pugilist, Sideways, Surplus Redacted. Sideways on a grenade launcher is going to be fun, especially since... Hold on, wait a minute, wait. If this thing can roll blinding grenade launchers, I can get Slideways, Chill Clip, I don't even want Ignition Code no more. This thing can roll with Slideways and Chill Clip and potentially blinding legs. I don't need ignition code anymore. I got this. I don't need that grenade launcher from Duality. I got this. Beautiful. Chill Clip, Harmony, Lead from Gold, Swash, Chain Reaction, Desperate Measures, and One for All. Good Lord, chat. I'm sorry it's taking so long. We're going on 40 minutes. In the Developer Insight Core Game Modes and Rewards article, we briefly discussed the future of weapon crafting. While those changes are months away, we're not ready to share them yet in detail. As we look back into the light, we believe that part of its success was chase of brave arsenal weapons with the attunement system helping to focus that pursuit. We want to move more towards that experience, so starting in Revenant, the seasonal weapons will not be craftable. Perks can still be enhanced using the extra materials, and there will be updates to unlock as you play the episode to target specific weapons and even get extra perks and columns. We believe the activities in episode work better when built around the gear chase, rewarding you with more than activities and unlocking rewarding you with more than other activities and unlocking improvements like vendor focusing to help get your desired roles and even the option to get more perks in a given column. Crafting will remain a way for players to get that role they desire, and it's not going away. As you can see below, but for some time, the value of an individual weapon drops, and that God role pursuit has been replaced, if not nullified, by whether or not they were dropped with Deep Side activated. We hope this change will revitalize the passion to hunt down new weapons. Okay, the thing that is preposterous to me is I see Garden Salvations getting red border weapons. That's perfect. It should be the other way around. Why are the seasonal weapons not craftable, but the raid weapons are? You think it would be the other way around to promote people to go in the endgame activity and leave seasonal weapons to be craftable because they're easier to get access to? It makes no sense. It's kind of backwards. I'm not complaining because I hate Garden of Salvation so much that I'm not even reading this section. All you guys need to know is Garden of Salvation is being reprised and there will be red borders so you can craft them. I don't care if these weapons are the best in slot. I will not be going back in that raid because I hate that raid. I'm reading still. While seasonal weapons return towards the focus of the chase, we still want to reward invested players with great weapons that can be crafted. That's why we are reprising Garden of Salvation weapons with new perks and a new element, even in the case of certain hand cannons. We believe that friction nature of the rotator and revamped content are more closely aligned with our goals of weapon crafting, so we get ready to jump back into the raid, and don't forget to visit Hawthorne in the Tower, as she will offer a quest that grants deep side versions of a weapon every week. Here's a preview of the returning weapons we've highlighted for some very unique perk combos we think you might find it intriguing, to say the least. Oh, hold on. Okay, Reckless Oracle. Let me see if they tempt me to go back into this raid, bro. It's going to have to be real good. Reckless Oracle can roll with destabilizing rounds and Paracosmal Infinity. Good. Don't care. Accured Redemption, Precision Bow. Offhand Strike Archer's Gambit. Henry just had a boner. Zealous Reward. Avoid Rapid Fire Fusion. Destabilizing rounds, Reservoir Burst. Pass. Ancient Gospel. It's now Void instead of Solar. Rampage Kill Clip. Pass. Sacred Providence. Kinetic Aggressive Pulse Rifle. Demolition is Kinetic Tremors. Pass. Prophet of Doom. Arc Precision Shotgun. Threat Remover Volt Shot. Pass. Omniscient Eye. Solar Rapid Fire Sniper Rifle. 4 times the charm precision instrument. I have Ikelos at home. Back to Iron Banner. Good Lord, we are still going. Let's keep going. You've already had a nice preview of what weapons are coming with Trials of Osiris, so it feels wrong not to share some more details of what other activities are getting. We can share some names and even put some emphasis on interesting and facts about them, but you have to discover the rest by yourselves. Fair Judgment is a pursuit weapon, a stasis precision auto rifle. Crucible, Anonymous Autumn, Arc Lightweight Sidearm. Hold on, wait, it's coming back? Okay. That was a pretty good sidearm back in the day. Competitive, Deadlock, Stasis Precision Frame Shotgun. Nice. Nice. I like that. Vanguard, Wicked Sister, a strand adaptive grenade launcher, Nightfall, Rake Angle. Stasis Aggressive Glaive. Don't care about Glaives. Complete pass. Plug One. It's coming back. Great. Gambit Bygones. Great. I loved Bygones back in the day. Not going into Gambit. There are now even more weapons coming in this episode, and once each new act launches. Hold up. There are more coming in each new act? Launching. That's beautiful. Starting October 11th, you'll also have the new dungeon weapons to try. At least, and let's not forget about the 4 weapons coming from the Season of the Spicer that are getting reprised. Let us know what your favorite roles are coming when you get them. Iron Banner Armor. Beautiful. Glad we're getting it. You may have noticed a set of weapons missing in the previous section. Worry not, gather around the fire. Wolves old and young. Lord Saladin have some news to share with you all. Reminder that it also goes by the Valor's Forge of the Cabal Empire now. We've known him for so long, he allows us to use the old title. To honor old traditions, his Iron Banner will be back in the tower for 2 consecutive weeks starting November 5th. And to reward your might to push your own skills further, he bought new armor and weapons. Armor looks pretty cool. Titans loose again. Warlocks is nice. Hunters lose nice. Looks nice. Don't like the Titan helmet at all. Never will use this. Everything looks pretty good. I do not like the way the Titan looks at all though. Now feast your eyes on the new weapons. We're pretty sure they will have you very eager to go back into the fray. First weapon is the first ever of its kind, while the second is an old friend revitalized with a new element. Tinish. A stasis rocket frame sidearm. Okay, now you got me. Air trigger, offhand strike, deconstruct, enlightened action, impulsive amplifier. Loose change. Why did they highlight loose change? Why did they bold loose change? Reverberation. Okay, column 4. Adagio, bait and switch, chill clip, desperate measures, frenzy, one for all, and surrounded. Oh no, man. I don't know, man. I guess I could do a loose change, chill clip roll. I don't know, Bungie. You thought you might have cooked with this one. The only thing that's pretty good about this is that it's a stasis rocket sidearm. I guess you could do a loose change, chill clip. There's no lead from gold on here, so we gotta deal with the ammo nerfs as well. I don't know if you cooked as hard as you think you did, Bungie. I'm dead serious here. Archon's Thunder. They changed the stasis, a high impact machine gun. So it can now roll with air trigger, enlightened action, redacted, dynamic spray reduction, envious, 4 times the charm. High impact reserves. Column 4. Desperate measures. Onslaught. Headstone. Killing tally. Tap trigger and target lock with rewind rounds as the last perk. Whew! Fixing weapon ornaments. Hello from the player gear systems and workflow team. We found an issue with certain weapon ornaments that causes them to not look the way they're supposed to. This includes a bit of extra geometry that shouldn't be there. Exact extra details and corrupted textures is something that that can happen when new ornaments are made for old weapons. When an artist makes a new ornament, they build it like they're making a whole new weapon model. Weapons are split up into different regions. In old times, weapons were composed of 7 regions, but now they use 4 of those as it makes the texturing process easier for artists. Using fewer regions also allows you greater control of how artists can texture the pitch space. I'm sorry if I'm reading too fast, chat. While new weapons use fewer regions, older weapons still live in the game with the older region setup. I can't tell the difference between the two of these. This ornament was made in the modern era, so it's of the 4 region variety. The base Cold Heart has the old 7 region setup, so there are 3 regions in the base weapon that don't exist in the ornament. When the game loads up the weapon, it gathers all the regions from the base weapon and then takes the regions from the ornament and applies them over top of the base. This led to the game mixing up some pieces from the base weapon on top of the ornament. This results in extra geometry poking through the corrupted textures. Luckily, they are pretty easy to fix for ornaments that have this problem. We have added the old regions to the ornament but don't put anything in them. That makes it so that it doesn't load anything in the base weapon, and only the ornament gets loaded. Here is how they look after the fix. Can you spot the difference? No, I cannot. I cannot spot the difference at all. I mean, this one looks a bit different. The little knob on the side. That's about it. Moving forward. With the launch of Revenant, we're introducing a fix for all the existing weapon ornaments that had this issue. Check the patch notes next week for the full list. This Cold Heart example is probably the worst offender, than the other ones are more suitable. This is the worst offender, and I can't even tell the difference. I mean, I guess the top looks a bit different. And then the colors look a bit different. Okay, I guess. Moving forward. Re-inverted the Spire. Hey, remember the inverted Spire? The very cool Nested Strike where you fight through some cannons, a cave, and a battlefield until you reach the enormous drill that went so deep it found trouble. Well, it's back with the Vexgens. Good try. Not that it ever left. It was still possible to play it in the game, but it was one of the original Destiny 2 strikes that were bound for an update. So it's coming. There's a new narrative to go with it, so because it's this time, the Vex are the main enemy present. That means there will be terrible defense installed and new units deployed. Don't you love Wyverns? I hate it. Spoiling it any further would be rude and ruin the fun, but you have been warned. Where was this at when we had 3 challenges in this season pass to kill Vex with no Vex strikes in the game? They did that on purpose. I'm 100% confirmed that they did it on purpose. Our first ever Discord quest. Enjoying the hanging out with our Friday team on Discord, interested in freshening up your style courtesy of a brand new shader. The new Circle Round Guardians. Oh, then Circle Round Guardians, because we've got a brand new Discord quest just for you. Starting on October 8th. If you play Destiny 2 for 15 minutes while on Discord, you'll earn a code for the Celestial Tie shader to spruce up your fashion. I need to see the shader. Once you get your hands on the code, head over to bungie.net/redeem to log into your account and then redeem your code from there. Head over to the special deliveries terminal between the Crimson and Gunsmith Tower. This Discord quest concludes on October 22nd. For full info, head over to the October 8th. Head over here on October 8th to the quest and Discord. Otherwise, keep your eye on Destiny the Game on Twitter for updates as they arrive. Hurricane Helm Support. I'm not reading this because this video is about to be like an hour long. I'm so sorry if anyone got hit by the hurricane. I hope you guys recover as fast as possible. Moving forward, claim your season of rewards. Yes, do that. Claim your season pass. Banshee, Shax, Violet, and Drifter. Claim 14. Hawthorne, Banshee. Yep. Clear all your engrams. Oh my traveler, that was a lot of words in just one tweet, but we made it. We didn't break the record as much as we tried, but it feels really good to share all the good stuff and all the updates coming really soon. We are proud of the work we put in the Revenant, and we're eager to play it alongside with you all when it launches next Tuesday, just 5 more days. Destiny community teams. Good Lord, this could potentially be my longest squad video ever. But it was a good one. A lot of good info. I'm interested about the nerfs, the buffs and nerfs to the exotics. I really want to try PKs with Terraba. Really looks really good. And then Huckleberry's got kinetic tremors. Oh, really happy about the changes to Unbreakable and Bear, to the Unbreakable, the Bear artifact, and the exotic that I can't remember the name of right now. But let me know what you guys think about this comments below. I hope you got through all the snacks and drinks you bought. Have a good one. Remember to stay spooky. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.